I'm building a road, gentlemen. I'm building a road, and it is going like a dagger into the heart of the enemy. But I've lost 36 civilians in the last 4 months.
Why is it important to tell this now about the Canadian military? I mean, almost, 15 years after the war in Afghanistan began.
We were there for a long time. We were there for longer than the First World War, Second World War, and Korean War combined. And yet we know very little about it. And it seemed to me that we ought to, for one thing, know what we're asking our relatives and our fellow citizens to do. I thought we needed to have a kind of more full conversation about what it is we expect out of these people.
It's not one war. It's a whole bunch of different wars.
We're not playing games.
It's one of the first films about war in Afghanistan that gives the Afghani people a voice. Why was that so crucial to the story to give them that voice?
I started to see the whole other side of the war. It's not us wandering around paternalistically trying to accomplish something. We were working in partnership with the Afghans to help rebuild a more stable country.
And this has got to stop.
I'm your partner in peace.
Historically, we think of snipers as very cold, very emotionally detached, but there's a real humanity to this character that you bring to it. And I'm just wondering some of the challenges and some of the rewards of that.
I didn't delve too deep into the guys that we were working with. I didn't really push them too hard on the emotional impact because you can see it. Mm-hmm. These are nice people, for whatever reason, to hold the line for us, whatever the line is, whatever they're told it is, and that's what they go do. Stuff that we understand now about PTSD and the impact it's having is because they're not cold-hearted universal soldiers. They're human beings who are going over there to do a job.
They are taking little kids.
Do not intervene.
We gotta do something.
Your guys will stand down.
What sort of research and prep goes into playing this character?
I was very impressed when I had the privilege of working with these soldiers who were there to prep us and make sure that the scenes happened realistically. And behind that uniform is a human being.
I'm proud of what we do here, but if we can't help, what's the point of doing all this?
It's the first time in history that Canadian women have fought in the military.
Right.
But there still is this gender equality. What was so important about your character that sort of transcends that reality?
I just got to be a person with a job like everybody else, which maybe is that thing, that it actually wasn't a problem.
Right.
I mean, I definitely felt there's a huge gender disparity, and being on the base in Shiloh was a lot of men.
3-9er Alpha, what's happening in the village?
We have hostile action against civilians.
When you're immersed in this for a short period of time, and then you have the luxury of leaving, and they obviously don't, I mean, what does that do to you psychologically at all?
There's something that happens when you pretend over and over and over and over again, just like telling a lie over and over and over again over the years. It becomes true, and there were remnants of that. I had to shake it off, and it's only now that I can say, I'm back to being me. But it is traumatic, and to say that it was traumatic for somebody who did it when it was fake, and to actually have to live it when it's real. That's what this story is about: is to show the bravery, the shared sacrifice, and that these men and women that put their lives on the line, these people deserve to be looked in the eye, and they deserve to be thanked.
You think he can change everything with just one bullet?
I think it might be more complicated than that.